and welcome to this video. In this video, I will be filming myself overhauling this room, or more like filming filming the room. And I have shown this in another video. By the way, I haven't mentioned what the series is called, this one, but I didn't think about what it's called. Is it Get That Clutter Free, or is it still part of Fluttery Clutter Free Secrets? Giving you wings. I feel like with Fluttery Clutter Free Secrets, it was more me knowing what I'm doing, and then I started the journey of embarking on towards something a little bit more minimal, and I called it Get That Clutter Free, and it was like, even me, I needed to get that clutter free. I needed to acquire it. I didn't know how to find it, so I haven't thought this through and didn't know what the series is called. You'll just be finding this video on my channel, as you already have seen. But yeah, the reason why I mentioned that I've shown this before is because of how it's looking. Actually, things have been added because from that storage cupboard, I kind of went through what was in there, and so I found things that I am needing to sell. And I don't know, this doesn't look very good on a seller, but I'm gonna get all of this in order. And in the other video, I mentioned that I read somewhere that you were meant to actually, in the, what's it called? Never mind. Decluttering at the Speed of Life, that you're meant to give a room one name, hence one purpose. I think she said one name, but it goes beyond that. You're meant to, by giving it a name, you're giving it its purpose, and not 2 or 3, or maybe it's kind of an eBay room, but maybe it's kind of a crafts room, and then there's kind of a guest bed too. And I think I'm coming to terms with that more than I was last time. I wasn't sure whether it should be a guest room or the eBay room, because I feel like we needed space for both, but you know, when guests don't come, it easily ends up, oh, maybe we can make this of it, because you do have needs that this room could fulfill, and then you want to reserve it for guests, but they are never there, and like most of the time. And so I've come to terms with it in this way, that actually I've come to terms with the fact that this is probably going to be the eBay room, because this house ought to function for us, and we're paying rent for this room, and if it's empty most of the time, it's just like, because we had that need for a place for eBay things, I think that's gonna, it just, yeah, it really does help, just becoming clear within yourself on that. And then the awful bit, there's more and you know, all of this will be folded up and made nice. And I don't mind having this room have 3 functions: guest room, eBay room, and a laundry corner as well. The wounds are still waiting. Never mind. Not to make excuses, but this was drying, so I couldn't wash more, even though it's looking worse than it is, because I hung them up rather than putting them in. This is more embarrassing than I thought, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting this in order. And the intro is already 4 minutes long. Like, I don't know how I always end up with such long videos, but what else did I want to say? Yeah, but then at least it's kind of, I don't even want to say sectioned off, but it's in order. If I know, okay, this is like the laundry side, and then having the bed there, and then I don't mind. Maybe I could, you know, it kind of didn't make sense to just make this eBay and this the guest part, because where they're gonna put are they gonna have their clothes in the suitcase, even though there's a wardrobe here? But what I want to try to do is leave one side free for guests just a bit. I mean, they're not gonna stay for that long, so it would make sense to. And I think we've had guests like once, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I feel like This is why it started. But because you think it's temporary, it said in the book, it becomes the dumping ground, and you think you're gonna take care of it by an indefinite date. So then it feels like it never happens. So that's why I want to take care of it. And so yeah, I think that would be cute to have some space for guests. Also, these are kind of our things. Some of them get hung up to dry. This is like I don't know. Where we dry things, and then some of it I thought it's like the things I tried to sell. Like this is selling, but this is mine. Oh my gosh, I need to wear those every year. I think I'll fix the zip. Oh, I'm gonna take this today to a place where I can ask the guy if he can repair this zip, and how that works, how much it would be. And you know, this is a piece worth investing in, actually. Checking. I mean, I got this for I think $10. I think it was 15. I think it was a vintage kilo sale. And why am I talking about jackets? But anyway, it doesn't matter. But it was. I opened the window. It was so cold because sometimes the windows get a little bit steamy when the temperature difference. So when I clean them, like I didn't just put myself in front of the window randomly only to freeze, but I opened it for that purpose. I have to. And I'm feeling the cold, so it's like, this is great. I'm gonna start wearing this month. And one thing that was cool was we had these boxes. Going through that cupboard that I mentioned. Like, we have a storage cupboard. We don't need a storage room, or I don't want us to need one. So I'd seen in other videos from other eBay sellers that they actually have this box system where they have clear boxes so you can see through, and then they have letters at the front of what, just letters, so that of what is where, so that basically they can write it into a custom field on their listing, and just write letter A, and then they'll be able to find it quickly. So when I kind of clean these boxes a little bit, this is just the honest view, but I want to get my stuff together. I mean, it doesn't, I feel like personally maybe look so great if I'm like, see eBay sellers and everything's all over the place, and you're like, I don't know if it's dirty, they have this whole pile of things. I'm like, I could have been buying from a person like this and just not known, and I'm always really excited about eBay buys, well, buys in general, but... So, I mean, that kind of, I think it's beginning to change, I hope, with my attempt to achieve a more simple life, but, I don't know if these boxes are enough, but also they're a lot, so I feel like this ought to be great. Like, it's gonna be, anyway, it will be better than this, and, if I have things folded up here, or maybe things that don't need folding, like books and bags, and kind of file them if possible. Having something up here, I don't really mind. So if there's anything extra, but then at least, and I hope, I'm kind of liking the system, but I'm not sure where that custom field is, if the custom field is available in the app, and I really find the app very practical, but I don't have any big things I don't want to write onto the box in case we need it for something different, but even if I just kind of store them better, more neatly, it might already make a difference in if they were folded nicely and filed, as you do, then at one glance I can see everything, so I just have to open the lid and things. We'll see how that will turn out, because I'm only just starting. I'm thinking this might be a kind of a before and after, just because otherwise the video will get really long, or maybe I'll have 3 thingies, parts. Should maybe be Fluttery Clutter free secrets, because I feel like I'm well enough equipped to overhaul this, but also I don't know, I shouldn't have started 2 names for my series. But anyway, it's one of the 2. Yeah, I mean, you've seen them before. I'm hoping to show a little bit of what I'm doing in between, but once I start that, I want to show this too, and this too, and like this fact is interesting to me, and this solution I found, because this is about finding solutions, right? People who are watching this video are wanting decluttering solutions. At least I would assume so. For the most part, there may be some people watching this out of boredom. There may be some people who just clicked on a suggestion because they thought it looked interesting. Some people may be watching it for entertainment purposes, therefore, but most people are looking for decluttering solutions. Something within you kind of urged you to watch this particular video out of all of the other ones, even for entertainment purposes, even if they think it's entertainment. Maybe somewhere deep down they know they're looking for decluttering solutions. So I want to be providing those solutions, and I want to be showing what I'm doing, how I solve this decluttering problem, how I solve this organizational problem. It's probably more of an organizational problem, actually, because I know what's there. Even the things I forgot I know they're eBay items. Like if there's a little thing that, oh yeah, I'm selling that too. You know. Which I feel like I kind of know more what I have here because I'm selling them, so I had to list them, so I had to like think about the item and inspect it and everything, so I kind of have an idea, but it doesn't mean that something can't like slip through. But maybe sometimes something gets bought and like, oh wait a second, I forgot it, this was still on, you know, this happens, we're all human. So it's more of an organizational problem, but nonetheless, I want to be showing the solutions I find, so then I tend to find so many that I want to share all, because I feel like all are worth sharing. And this intro, even this feels worth sharing, and this intro is already 11 minutes long. So maybe if I make 3 parts, it will be maybe like the kind of before part / intro, then the solution finding part, and then the after. But the after is gonna be like super short. Maybe I will not be able to show all the solutions I find, but the main solutions are these, and just folding everything up and doing it properly, like, and maybe sorting by type. Yeah, if I sort by type, maybe I won't even need letters, because I'll be like, shirts are there and stuff like that. The bigger ones could be good for jackets, but also jackets could be hung up. And I think I need to make a final choice on some of my lovely things that I hung here, because they're like maybe piles. Like this is, you start accepting it of yourself once you start it, and you think temporarily, and then you kind of think, oh, but I will be taking care of it, so it's okay. And then we start accepting that of ourselves, and then it gets out of control and becomes like this. So I don't want to be accepting that of myself anymore. And in order for that to work, I will need a great system, a good system, a great system. And I thought that the other way around. I thought a good system, a great system, correcting myself, but now it just sounded funny, but you know what I meant, I hope. Which will be thus. And yeah, there's more space here. Then I want to, obviously, as I said, it would be great, like, to have some space for guests. And it would be great if they had maybe some space here. But I feel like they don't need super much space, because we don't tend to have guests staying for months on end, you know. So, like, not months, but I feel like they don't need super many things. So if there is maybe space for suitcase at the bottom, or just there could be something. In fact, we have these boxes. Yeah, I could place it there and have it empty for guests to put something in. Then it's a designated space. And you know, guests aren't gonna complain if they don't have enough space, because they're happy they have space in your home. They're happy they get to visit. So I feel like giving them space will satisfy them. They'll be happy. And then if it's not enough, they can still place their suitcase in the corner or something, and then also live out of the suitcase when they need to. Like, I feel like it can work. I'm gonna have to see how exactly this can work, which is what I'll be doing in possibly part 2. This is at 14 minutes, the intro, so I just don't know how to keep it short, but this might be the same video if I can keep it like under 30 minutes, and I'm happy with it. But and I don't really mind lengths, but I just don't want, it also takes so much time to upload longer videos. But I would like to keep the interest going from the viewer, so. And so that's the eBay. Having a little laundry corner somewhere, I think would work great for us. We used to have the laundry basket there, but then it was harder to get to because of this. So if we can place it here maybe, or in this corner. I wonder if that would work, because this is a little bit of a corner here. Oh my god, it's just going to be as long as it's going to be. Having this corner here having this here, and then, I mean, I worked it out, but having a designated corner for laundry, then it's, even if it is also the laundry room, but it makes sense that way, because then you know exactly where the laundry part is, so it doesn't get so cluttered. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's okay, just throw it in because everything's a mess anyway. So that's what I want to achieve. So this is the before of the intro. I hope you're liking it. I hope you'll be back for part 2 if this is not the same video. But this is easy. I could upload this today, and then actually, I feel like on camera it kind of looks more embarrassing. You should be more ashamed of yourself actually when you see it on camera, like, and you're not because you're used to it. So I'll be taking care of that today. I hope you're liking the intro. I hope you'll be back for the next part, and would love your input in the comment section below, and your likes and your subscribes, of course, and your shares. And let me know if you have one of those rooms and if you're about to take care of it. I hope this video inspired you to. I hope this provided actually valuable information for you how, and let me know if you're trying the thing out where you give the room one name, not 3 or 5, and how that's worked for you. I'd love to hear in the comment section below. I also have a Facebook group, Leah's Tidying World, only because sometimes YouTube makes you like switch the comments off, so but I'll see you in part 2. I don't want to waste any more time, and this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how it'll turn out later, so see you then. Auf Wiedersehen!